You know, one of the things I've learned and continue to learn on my Faith in America tour is what the people actually want and what they're saying. They are starved for hope. They consistently respond positively to a message anchored in conservatism that is optimistic and positive. And so I will tell you that the more I travel, the more excited I am about where I am in the race and why we started the exploratory committees, because of the success of the Faith in America time that we've had on the campaign trail going around this country. I think the truth is that when we have a chance to continue to delineate between where the radical left has taken this country, it feels like they have a blueprint on how to ruin America, contrasting that against an optimistic, positive message anchored in conservatism that suggests that there is a path forward where we as one nation are much better off together. I'm actually saying that the current president's message, who said he was going to be the uniter in chief, has been the divider in chief. I would tell you that the contrast that the American people are hungry for is who stands against President Biden. And I'm excited to have a conversation with the American people about that contrast. The good news for me, as I've often said, I was blessed with a miserable beginning. I understand the challenges of growing up in a single-parent household, mired in poverty. I understand what it feels like to be an uninspired student, failing as a freshman because I was disillusioned, I was angry, and I was hopeless. Being an American and learning the benefits and the path forward, my story is only possible in America. I feel like it's made in America. So the chance I have to share the gospel of good news that faith in each other leads to a better country, versus someone who ran to unite the country and who further divided the country, President Biden, I can't think of an easier contrast to make. And I hear on my Faith in America tour every single time I stop, wow, that's refreshing. For their customers. But unlike other businesses, banks are highly regulated. Sometimes banks even have their regulators sitting in their banks and continually. We're not going to demonize all of anybody, frankly, but we will tell the truth. And the truth is that President Biden and the radical left seem to have created a blueprint on how to ruin America. If you look at the indoctrination that is coming out of this administration versus the education that should be coming out of every administration, if you look at the fact that the DOJ goes after parents at school board meetings calling them domestic terrorists, that's not me creating the contrast. It's me sharing with the American people what they have already said and done. So I don't find that to be anything but a positive, optimistic approach about creating the contrast, not based on what I say about them, but what they've said about themselves. What we've seen so far in the Faith in America tour, if it continues to grow and build through the exploratory committee, that will determine when we push go. In the American people means faith and freedom. Free enterprise, free speech. Honestly, I think about the importance of the issues that we see that President Biden is not taking care of. You think about the border security or the lack thereof. His administration says the border is secure. His vice president goes out there and says the border is secure. What we know is 4.5 million illegal crossings is an American record in his first 2 years of office. We've seen fentanyl come across the border and lead to more than 70,000 deaths. We have seen very little action against the Mexican cartels. We see China continuing their aggressive approach from an adversarial position, from IP theft to balloons breaching our sovereign borders. What we haven't seen is action from the White House. That I look forward to providing to the American people if we move forward.